Growing a CPA firm these days, it feels like a total paradox, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got more demand than you know what to do with. But on the other, your best people are just hitting a wall. So how in the world do you scale your firm without scaling the burnout? That's the big challenge we're going to tackle today.
I bet this question hits home for a lot of you. Client demand is just through the roof, right? But your team is totally maxed out, and you, the partners, are burning the midnight oil just to keep up. It's that classic spot where growth starts to feel less like a win and more like you're just stuck.
And hey, this isn't just some theory. Let's talk about a real mid-sized firm on the East Coast. They were completely, and I mean completely, drowning in work. They couldn't hire fast enough, and frankly, every new job offer felt like this huge, expensive gamble. Their solution wasn't another stressful hiring frenzy. It was a totally different way of thinking about growth.
So, what happened? Well, the results were staggering. A 34% jump in profit in just 12 months. But you know what? It wasn't just about the money. Their client turnaround time was literally cut in half. And the partners, they actually got their weekends back. Now that's a real, tangible change.
So this really gets to the heart of the matter, what we're calling the CPA's dilemma. It's this super frustrating place that so many firm owners find themselves trapped in.
You're basically stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Option 1, you try to hire more people. We all know how that goes. It's crazy expensive, it takes forever, and you never know who you're going to get. Option 2, you start turning away new clients, which means you're just leaving money on the table and putting the brakes on your own growth. It feels like a lose-lose.
But here's the thing. What if I told you this whole dilemma, it's a false choice? There is a third option out there that can completely break you out of this cycle. So let's dive into it. And that third option is strategic outsourcing. Now, I need you to just erase whatever you think outsourcing is. This is not about saving a few pennies like it was 20 years ago. No way. Today, it is a powerful growth engine. It's a way to tap into top-tier talent on demand and build a serious competitive edge.
All right, so that all sounds good in theory, but what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's break down the specific services where smart firms are seeing the absolute biggest impact. Okay, first up, fund accounting. As your clients get into more and more complex investments, this has become the super specialized and really profitable area. But a lot of firms just have to say no to this work because they don't have that deep expertise in-house.
I mean, just think about all the moving parts here. You've got these crazy complex NAV calculations, constant investor reporting, and really strict compliance rules. These are high-stakes, super time-consuming tasks. Outsourcing them means you can offer this high-value service without pulling your internal team away from what they do best.
Number 2, and this is a huge one for literally every firm out there, tax return preparation. We all know that pressure cooker that is tax season, those impossible deadlines and the absolute zero room for error.
Okay, this is where outsourcing is an absolute game changer. Imagine this. You have an experienced team prepping returns for you overnight. Your US team comes in the next morning and all they have to do is review and finalize them. This 24/7 workflow means you can handle way more clients without the chaos of hiring a bunch of seasonal staff. You basically eliminate that dreaded tax season bottleneck.
In our third big area, it's white label accounting services. This is all about growing what your firm can offer without having to grow your full-time payroll. It's pretty brilliant.
And the beauty of this is your client has no idea. To them, all the work, from basic bookkeeping all the way to complex financial reports, is coming directly from your firm, under your brand. But behind the scenes, you have an expert team handling all the execution. You can expand what you offer, like overnight, and your relationship with your client just gets stronger.
Okay, so we've talked about the what to outsource. Now let's get to the good stuff, the payoff. The return on investment here is about so much more than just the bottom line. But yeah, let's start with the money, because the numbers are pretty wild. We're talking potential savings of up to 50% compared to what you'd pay for the same role here in the US. That is a massive drop in your operating costs that you can pour right back into growing the business.
Then you've got speed. I mean, seriously, getting tax prep done overnight? That's not some fantasy. It's just the reality of a global 24/7 workflow. That kind of turnaround becomes a huge competitive advantage and honestly, a massive selling point for your clients. But really, the biggest wins here are strategic. You get instant scalability, so you can take on more clients without having to hire more people. Your partners are finally freed up from the grind to focus on high-value advisory. The work that actually grows the firm. And through it all, your brand and your client experience stay completely under your control.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground. The what, the how, and the why. But now for the most important question. Is this the right move for your firm right now?
So take a look at this list and be honest with yourself. Are you turning away good, profitable work? Is your team just running on fumes every tax season? Do you want to expand, but you just dread the risk and cost of hiring? If you're sitting there nodding your head, then strategic outsourcing isn't just some interesting idea. It's probably your necessary next step.
And look, I get it. Change can be a little intimidating, but getting started is actually super straightforward. It's not this massive, disruptive overhaul. It all starts with a simple call to figure out your needs. Then you do a small pilot project so you can see the quality for yourself. From there, it's just about setting up a secure workflow and getting the support you need to scale up.
Okay, let's wrap this all up with one final, really powerful thought. The goal for a modern firm is totally shifted. It's not about being the biggest anymore. This right here, this is the new playbook. The winning firms of tomorrow aren't just going to be the biggest, they're going to be the smartest. They'll be agile, they'll be adaptable, and they'll be built to scale intelligently. It's all about designing a business that actually frees you up to focus on what matters most, your strategy, your client relationships, and that high-value work.
So I'm going to leave you with that question. When you look at the future of your firm, and you're trying to balance the growth you want with the burnout you've got, what is your next smart move going to be?